Kris, some significant changes to maybe your look today. Let's start on defense. 3 new pairings. Though Nurse has played at times with Evan Bouchard, but just the thought process into Jake Wallman over on the left side and Brett Kulak on the right side and Darnell with Evan.
Yeah, the D pairs for morning skate are going to be a lot different than in the game just because we've got 7 defensemen, so there's going to be a lot of rotation there. We'll expect Kulak to play some left and right side, probably Wallman too. But now that we're in a situation where we have to go 11 and 7, probably for the next 3 or maybe 4 games, that's what we're doing.
So you're capped out. You've got a couple players that are not on the ice today. What can you tell us about Noah Philp and Curtis Lazar and why they're not out there?
Upper body injuries, they'll be out for this road trip and, possibly return of sometime next week.
Okay, different forward combinations as well. Jack Roslovic up with Connor. Just a thought as to sort of what's going on there.
Well, now that we're down to 11 forwards, felt that we'd spread out the scoring with, with our 3 lines. Hyman playing with Henrique. Obviously, they haven't played together this year, but there was some chemistry last year between those 2. So hopefully they can rekindle that and give us 3 strong lines.
Kris, with the lineup changes and the configuration, what are you trying to maximize from your group here tonight?
A little more push, just shift in, shift out. Just not taking the foot off the gas. And yes, there's going to be times where Washington has their chances, but ultimately we need each line giving us a little more, setting up the next line. And, I think that ultimately starts with puck execution, making plays and not giving it away, but not also, there's been a lot of talk about giving away, but just the fact of just making a pass tape to tape so the next guy can make his next play.
I know you guys don't play them often, but what do you notice about the Capitals specifically? How do you game plan it looking at the film and all that?
Well, very strong 5-on-5 team, defensively and offensively. One of the top teams on the metrics. I know this year the special teams has been kind of letting them down, power play, penalty kill, but they've got a little bit of an injury, but other guys stepping up and playing well. But a team that skates really well, and they use all 4 lines and play with a lot of intensity.
You learn a lot through the ups and downs of the season, but when you're coming off the result that you guys are on Monday, what kind of details does that kind of accentuate for you guys to making sure that you guys start rectifying that beginning with game 22?
Yeah, a lot of things. Puck movement, passing, but also digging in and playing better defensively. And that's also a system thing. That's also individual winning your battle thing. So giving up way too many chances in a lot of games. You go back to Colorado, and since then, maybe the Flyers game we defended well, but other than that, we got to get a better defensive game if we're going to have success.
When it comes to Alexander Ovechkin, everybody asks about his goals, 903 goals, but when you think about 1,511 games, well, including the one tonight, what kind of comes to your mind when he's able to sustain success throughout 1,500 games?
Yeah, for him to have the career that he's had and not, scoring goals is tough. It's a toughest thing to do in the NHL, and the fact that he's been able to do it so consistently for so many years is remarkable, to say the least.
You guys are going up against Logan Thompson, who's been one of the best goaltenders in the league thus far this year. What have you seen from him when you turn on the film?
Yeah, guy is very confident. He's an aggressive goalie, and like with every goalie, to have success, you usually have to get bodies around him. You need to tip pucks, make it a little uncomfortable for him so he can't see those pucks. Because when he's playing as well as he is, he's probably in position, he's moving well, so we just have to do our best to make it a little more uncomfortable for him.